What's going on, noobs? I am Rory, the Perpetual Noob, and welcome back to my Hollow Knight boss discussion series. This is the 11th video in a series where I'll be discussing each boss of Hollow Knight. Where we can find them, how we can defeat them, and how does this boss fit into the world of Hollow Knight. Today, we'll be talking about Soul Tyrant. Soul Tyrant is our very first Dream boss. To access a Dream boss fight, we need the Dream Nail. The Dream Nail is acquired when we go to the resting grounds and inspect the Dreamer's statue. This leads to a cutscene ending with a moth called the Seer, rescuing us and giving us the Dream Nail. We find Soul Tyrant right where we left Soul Master, at the bottom of that pit at the top left of the Soul Sanctum, which is located within the City of Tears. Once we get to the corpse of Soul Master, we can see dreamy, floaty lights hovering around the corpse. We strike Soul Master's corpse with our Dream Nail, and we are transported into the Dream Realm. A few jumps onto some materializing platforms to reach the main area, and a few steps later, we are in the Dream Arena of Soul Tyrant. One great thing about Dream bosses, if they defeat us, we don't lose our Geo or break our vessel. We just return to the real world, and can whack the corpse with our Dream Nail and get right back to the fight. Soul Tyrant's attacks are the same as Soul Master's, except for a few differences. All attacks occur more frequently. The shockwaves from the slam and fake out slam attacks are larger, and the clock attack now has 6 orbs arranged in 2 lines of 3, instead of 4 orbs evenly spaced. Soul Tyrant will dash across the arena. This attack traverses the entire arena. Soul Tyrant telegraphs this attack by appearing either on the far left or far right of the arena, whichever side is furthest from us, hovering just above the ground, grunting, and leaning towards us. This attack only happens during the first phase of the fight. Let's call this attack the dash attack. Soul Tyrant will slam into the ground, creating damaging shockwaves on either side of the impact point that travel across the entire arena. Soul Tyrant targets us when they appear in the air, but only slams straight down. Soul Tyrant telegraphs this attack by appearing high in the air, grunting, and bending forward to look down at us. This version of this attack only happens during the first phase of the fight. Let's call this attack the Slam attack. Soul Tyrant will float from right to left or left to right as 6 orbs rotate around Soul Tyrant. These 6 orbs are arranged in 2 lines of 3. The 6 orbs will rotate clockwise if Soul Tyrant is going from right to left. The 6 orbs will rotate counterclockwise if Soul Tyrant is going from left to right. After Soul Tyrant crosses the arena, Soul Tyrant will disappear and the orbs will boomerang back across the arena, continuing to rotate like when Soul Tyrant was present. Soul Tyrant telegraphs this attack by appearing on either the left or right of the arena, not as high as the Slam attack, but still well above the floor. Their cape billows around them, they grunt, and the 6 orbs spawn from Soul Tyrant's center. This attack only happens during the first phase of the fight. Let's call this attack the Clock attack. Soul Tyrant will fire an orb of concentrated infection at us. This orb will attempt to home in on us until it strikes the wall, or floor, or us. Soul Tyrant telegraphs this attack when they appear anywhere, grunt while they gather infection near their head, and then with a flash, shoot that orb. Because Soul Tyrant can conjure an orb from anywhere on the arena, including the far left or right, this attack and the dash attack can look similar. This version of this attack only happens during the first phase of the fight. Let's call this attack the Orb attack. Soul Tyrant will begin a slam attack, and when they reach the midpoint of the drop, Soul Tyrant will reset and perform a new slam attack above our new position. The only way to know this new slam attack is coming is when we see Soul Tyrant reset during the first slam attack. Thankfully, the new slam attack is still telegraphed the same way. Soul Tyrant still appears high in the air, grunts, and bends forward before rapidly descending towards the ground. This version of this attack only happens during the first phase of the fight. Let's call this attack the Fake Out Slam attack. Soul Tyrant has an altered slam and fake out slam attack. Instead of slamming directly down, Soul Tyrant will home in on us ever so slightly. Instead of sending out shockwaves in either direction, there is a large explosion at the site of impact with a surprisingly large area of effect. Soul Tyrant will chain together several slam and fake out slam attacks before shifting to their other attack. This version of this attack only happens during the final phase of the fight. Let's bring on the Space Jam. Soul Tyrant has an altered orb attack. Instead of firing an orb from their head, Soul Tyrant will hover in one place for about 10 seconds and conjure orbs from random locations throughout the arena. These orbs still home in on us, and we can expect a new orb every second. This version of this attack only happens during the final phase of the fight. After those 10 seconds, Soul Tyrant returns to using their altered slam attacks. Soul Tyrant's increased attack frequency makes for a long and much more difficult fight. It's much trickier to land hits against Soul Tyrant now that they're teleporting that much more often. It doesn't help that Soul Tyrant has nearly 3 times the health of Soul Master. Landing fewer hits means the fight goes on longer, which means Soul Tyrant gets more opportunities to hit us, which by now, we all know I'm a magnet for enemy attacks. I got so fed up with Soul Tyrant when I first attempted to defeat them that I left the Soul Sanctum and returned to my Hollow Knight journey. I explored more of Hallow Nest, defeated other bosses, and acquired more health, charms and charm notches, spells, abilities, and a stronger nail. And then I returned to the Soul Sanctum to fight Soul Tyrant again, this time much more prepared. Most of the Soul Tyrant fight plays out like the Soul Master fight. We've just got to use our Mothwing Cloak Dash a whole lot more often in an attempt to catch Soul Tyrant and get some hits before they teleport away to attack us again. The Monarch Wings makes dodging the Fake Out Slam attack so much easier. We can still dodge all of Soul Tyrant's attacks the same way we do with Soul Master. Jump out of the Slam and Fake Out Slam attacks, head towards Soul Tyrant during the Orb attack, jump over the Dash attack. Even the Clock attack is still best handled by jumping over one orb and then staying in the middle of the arena. The best time to heal is still during the Clock attack. We can still stand in the middle of the arena and be perfectly safe when the orbs boomerang back. The second and final phase of the Soul Tyrant fight also plays out very similarly to the Soul Master fight. Soul Tyrant still leads with a barrage of Altered Slam and Fake Out Slam attacks before shifting to their Altered Orb attack and back again. But this time, we're going to get all of our hits on Soul Tyrant during the Altered Orb attack. Having Thorns of Agony made it really fun to just stand next to Soul Tyrant, wailing on them with our nail, thanks to Quick Slash, and getting hit by orbs, triggering Thorns of Agony. There's no chance to heal during the final phase of the fight, even with the Quick Focus Charm. Unlike when we fought Soul Master and had all that time to stare at our prize after defeating them in the first phase, Soul Tyrant doesn't give us that time. Instead, they quickly perform a slam attack, smashing through the glass floor. If you want to heal before starting the final phase, and believe me, I would strongly recommend starting the final phase at full health, you'll need to either be at full health already, or jump off the glass floor and get yourself to either edge of the arena when Soul Tyrant smashes through the glass. Then you'll have all the time in the world to heal before heading down into the pit to start the final phase. My equipped charms were Quick Focus, Quick Slash, Thorns of Agony, and Wayward Compass. This is one of the few boss fights where I don't think Quick Focus is absolutely necessary. The only safe time to heal is between the first and final phase and during the Clock attack, and the Clock attack provides plenty of time to heal, even without Quick Focus. But I love the Quick Focus charm, so it was equipped. The Quick Slash charm is just a fun charm, but it also lets me get as many hits on Soul Tyrant as possible in those brief moments when I can hit them in the first phase. And in the final phase, it allowed me plenty of hits during the Altered Orb attack. Quick Slash, putting the fun in functional. Thorns of Agony. Need I say more? When I take damage, I deal 2 times the damage of my nail to anything hit by the tendrils. I get hit a lot, and so do my enemies. And what am I doing with Wayward Compass? It doesn't do anything for a boss fight, but the Soul Sanctum is tricky to navigate, so I wanted the Wayward Compass charm to light my way. Howling Wraiths is still a viable spell during this fight. Soul Tyrant teleports around the arena very quickly, but they still spend a lot of time above us during both the first and final phases. Now we have the Desolate Dive spell, which would be useful against many of Soul Tyrant's attacks. The charms Spell Twister and Shaman Stone are great for minimizing the soul cost and maximizing your spell damage. Because Soul Tyrant is so difficult to hit during the first phase, we want to maximize our damage in a short period of time. I'd recommend the Nailmaster's Glory Charm so you can quickly charge up a Nail Art, preferably Great Slash, and use that against Soul Tyrant. Another option is to use the Fragile Strength Charm. This charm increases our nail damage by 50%. Yes, the charm breaks if we die, but when we lose to a Dream Boss, it doesn't count as a death, so the charm doesn't break. This damage bonus does not apply to Nail Arts or Thorns of Agony damage though. Upgrading the Mothwing Cloak ability to the Shade Cloak is a great option. The Shade Cloak is found at the bottom right of the Abyss, and it grants us the ability to safely dash through enemies and their attacks. Don't forget to upgrade your nail at the Nailsmith, who resides at the bottom left of the City of Tears. Keep finding more charms and charm notches, and collect mask shards to gain more hit points. Please see the Soul Master video for a more in-depth general discussion about playstyles and charm combinations. Once Soul Tyrant is defeated, we are returned to the real world, facing the ghost of Soul Master. We can speak with them and learn their story. We learned that Soul Master received a vision that told them that the only way to stop the infection, and therefore save the kingdom of Hallownest, was through the soul that resided within the bugs of Hallownest. We learned that the king was not cool with Soul Master's experiments, as discussed in the Soul Master video. They believed the king was jealous and crazy, but Soul Master isn't upset that this madness stopped them from saving Hallownest. No, Soul Master is upset because they believe that the king robbed them of their chance at immortality. And Soul Master is bitter about this. The kingdom of Hallownest is falling into ruin, and Soul Master is angry about not getting to be immortal. What a selfish jerk! That's it for our boss discussion about Soul Tyrant. Thank you for joining me today, noobs. Stay tuned for future Hollow Knight boss videos. If you've got any thoughts about the Soul Tyrant fight, I'd love to hear them in the comments below. I am the Perpetual Noob, and I'll see you all next time.